What's up, guys? Just sitting out here in my little chair. It's cast iron. I got Amanda wanted a cast iron like garden set, so we bought some, which turned into quite a few years ago. And this one's just set out here. But I've been making an effort to face the sunlight for 10 minutes every morning. You're supposed to like look in the direction, and I don't know, maybe you can have your eyes closed or whatever, but don't look at the sun, but look towards the sun for 10 minutes, and it's supposed to reset your circadian rhythm. You will sleep better at night, and you will be less restless when you sleep, and it'll recharge you also. It's supposed to affect your energy. It affects a lot of things. If you have any interest in this, just look into it. Dr. Huberman speaks about it quite a bit. He's got a great Instagram page, and he's got a bunch of YouTube content out. He's been on Joe Rogan a bunch. He's been on More Plates, More Dates. Just a bunch of those dudes. Runs those circles, and it seems like, well, it is. It's very simple to face the sunlight for 10 minutes, and even if it doesn't work, you didn't lose nothing for it, right? So it's not going to harm you for sure. But look towards the sun for 10 minutes, and it does a lot of things if you watch and listen to him. So my hardest part of all this is actually probably one of the hardest things that I've been doing every day, is sitting here for 10 minutes, just sitting still for 10 minutes. Even if I'm standing, if you've ever had a conversation with me, unless it's really an important conversation, if you're just telling me some stuff, right, you will notice that eventually I walk away. And that's not to be an asshole. I just don't sit still. And this is literally probably the hardest thing that I will do today, is to sit in this chair for 10 minutes. Well, hell, I'm not even sitting in the chair and doing nothing for 10 minutes. I've been here for probably 5 minutes, and I walked inside and got the camera. There's an example for you. Frozen ice. I think you can see that. Let's see if I can show you how. About 1/8 of an inch frozen ice there. Chilly out. I'm just wearing one of my old hoodies. This is our old Cock Terex hoodie, and just hanging out here watching the sun. I've got a timer set here, although I've only used a timer ever like twice on a phone, so this being like the second time. But look into that. You might find it beneficial. He says that it's important that it be before 9 a.m. wherever your time is, and he said that it can't be through a window, it cannot be through a windshield, it cannot be through sunglasses. You need to literally sit and face the sunlight. Now, I'm not sure about closing. It would be a lot easier if you could close your eyes, because if I closed my eyes, I would fall asleep. But that's what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna jump on this four-wheeler here and go move a bunch of feed. We just brought in feed yesterday. If you haven't noticed, feed is considerably up in price, especially comparatively to like a year, and even, well, 2 years ago for sure, but a year ago it's up. Seems to be up. I haven't pulled receipts, but I feel like it's up from just a few months ago too. There's a lot of stuff out there saying Tractor Supply and do more food. People are just, and I feel like I see this every year. Something's wrong with the feed. The chickens aren't making eggs. And my chicken eggs are definitely down. I've got a couple hundred chickens here, a couple hundred chickens probably. And I have maybe 30, 40 eggs, but I feel like every year I get new birds, and I always have some birds that are eating chicken eggs. And it's just a sack. It's not important enough to me to sit there and try to figure out which ones are doing it. So just be aware of that. The chicken feed thing, by the time you see this, it'll be over. You'll probably have more sunlight, and all of a sudden the chickens will start laying eggs again. But they're saying Tractor Supply and this do more feed, and we do get some do more feed through our co-op, I think. And our chicken production does seem like it is down more than normal. But I also, because I'm seeing, it's on my radar right now, right, on this year, because you watch one of these fucking videos and then it shows you 20 more like it. So I don't know if it's just more dudes making videos saying this, or if it's something real to it. But a lot of these dudes making these videos, when you look at their stuff, they don't even have fucking chickens. They're just telling you some shit somebody else told you. They just rip someone else's video and remake a video. Did you know you can actually take and get a transcript? If you're looking at YouTube, you can get a transcript of the video, and you can print it out, and you could remake the exact same video yourself and use the same hashtags and wording and everything, and it would generate you all kinds of eyeballs. You don't even have to. Some of the biggest YouTube channels out there right now, they don't even show a person. And actually, the people that own the channels, they don't even do any of the work. They hire somebody to do the video, and they can cut it all off of just clips off the internet, and then they hire somebody to do the voiceover, and they're never on any of their videos. And then there's other guys doing videos where they don't even show themselves, and there's dudes making tons and tons of money every month doing videos that they don't even they just literally printed the transcript off somebody else's video, but it's the click-through revenue and the affiliate links and stuff, and there is an audience for everything. So I don't know if I'm past 10 minutes here yet or not. Let's see. I think I have a timer on this camera here. I've been talking to the camera for 6, so like I said, hardest thing I will do today. Probably the hardest thing that and imagine that. I hope that your life is that way too. The hardest thing you have to do every week is sit and face the sunlight for 10 minutes. And if it's not, how do we get you there, right? What do you want it? And if you don't want it, no problem. No problem. If you like what you're doing, more power to you. I'm very happy for you. But if you can't do what you want, let's figure out what that is. And a lot of times people don't even know what they want, right? They're like, I want a whatever. They always have this thing that they want, but do you really want that thing? And once you had that thing, like if you had enough money to buy that, what if I gave you 10 times that money? Is that what you would buy, or would you get something different? Would you do something different, right? Your whole life changes. People have this idea that they want this thing, so that's their goal, and you should absolutely have goals. Oh, I'm like, where do I have wind chimes at? How do I even turn this off? Let me see. Will it turn off? Okay, it seems to be off. They don't really know what they want, right? They have this idea within the parameters of the life that they have set, built, or allowed themselves to be put in. More often it's allowed themselves to be put in, right? There's this old ass dirty cardboard box, and this is your life, and you fill it up, and when it's filled, you throw stuff away, or you tuck it into places, or you put it in storage units, and you never see it again. And you never think that you could live outside of that dirty ass rotted cardboard box right there. And that's a lot of people's lives. And when everybody gets up and goes to work to a job they don't like, to make money, to pay bills, so that the life that they're in is a little more comfortable for them, and they never think about, if I just stop all of this and move here, it's the guy that all the time I say this, guys work all year long to get a week vacation, and then it's constant fights with their family to get to the vacation and go to the vacation, and half the time they're at the vacation, it's a very mediocre, right? They did the package where it's all food inclusive or whatever, and then they get there and they work literally all year to go to an island to go fishing or to go snorkeling or whatever it is, and then you hate most of your life all that other time, right? You're just going through the motions of it. What if you just moved to that island? Well, I couldn't make that much money. Do you have to have that much money to live on the island? Like, what if that was your life all the time, right? What if that was your entire life? So how do we get you to that? How do we figure out what that is? And it doesn't have to be me. I mean, how do you figure that out? How do you get to live the life that you want? How do you even know what the life you want is if you haven't tried other things, right? So we can have those conversations, and we do, especially at Self-Reliance Festival. Like, you can have those conversations. You don't like me, that's fine. You don't have to talk to me. There's literally 1,000 other people will be here who have done that. Half of them have done it and can tell you how they did it, right? And that's what it takes. It just takes listening to other people, because it's not about taking their ideas or doing what they did. It's about spurring your own thoughts. And we are so clouded with these things And Bluetooth, right? We don't even know what well, we do know. We know what Bluetooth is doing to you. We know what these phones are doing to you. And if you don't, you should find out, right? Find out what these things are doing to you. And you are not capable of what the limits of your mind and body are because of these things and all the bombardment of radio frequencies and things like that. And something as simple as sitting inside the sun, sitting in the sunlight for 10 minutes, what if that changed you, right? What if you walked around for an hour every morning when you woke up and didn't touch the phone and didn't have Bluetooth on? You should try that. Try that for a week. I'll bet it's one of the hardest things that you do, but your thoughts will be very, very different. The things that you think about, because we are being programmed by these things. Whether you realize it or not. You look up one thing and then it just shows you 100 more of those, and eventually you're going to click on one of them, so now you've watched 2 of them, so it's going to give you 1,000 more. And maybe it's not as insidious as it seems, but it probably is. There's probably some insidious intentions there. And wait till AI starts AI is controlling it. Wait till AI really starts controlling things and realizes that it doesn't like human beings. Sounds crazy, right? Tons of movies about this. You're living in the middle of it. If they're disclosing it to you, it's really 10 years ahead of where you believe it is. So anyways, my 10 minutes is up. I can go and move now and get some stuff done. And this is what I do every morning, right? I literally could do anything I want to do right now. And I'm going to go feed these animals, and I'm going to go shovel some wood chips, and I'm going to move some straw around. I'm going to just be with these animals. I can do it all in about 30 minutes right now when it's nasty and muddy like it is. And I'm going to probably be up there for about an hour. And I spend about an hour up there just moving material around to negate the dirtiness and muddiness. And I'm going to be outside for an hour. And then I'm going to go inside. Today's Tuesday. We're going to film tomorrow a podcast, John and Scully pulling the thread, film a podcast, and then I'm going to film some video with Brandel. And right now I have absolutely zero idea what that video is going to be. So I have to come up with some product that we have that I want to, showcase, and then have the product, because doing the video is useless without having the product available. So what do we have a product of that we can sell and build a badass video around? And that video is twofold, right? Because it'll get embedded to the website, so there's a really good example of what it does, how to use it, and other ways to use it, thinking outside the box. But more likely, I'm going to build a new product that doesn't exist, shoot a video for it, and ramp it up, right? And that's what I love doing. Some of the people here love it, and some of them probably it wears on them, probably the pace, but it's always, oh my god, it's on fire, let's go. And that's what I thrive on. That's how I work, and I think for the most part most of the people here do as well. But if nothing else, like Cody would probably rather work sometimes at a slower pace, because we've always got 5 projects like that going. But when I'm gone, he's going to remember that, and he's going to, if nothing else, people who don't like that, we always get through it, and it just makes them stronger. It sets that bar higher, and everything else they do notched back one, they're so much better at, whether they realize it or not. What's up, big boy? What's up? Hi. Hi. Can you see, this is my nipple right here. Hi. Hi. All my dogs, I always mess with their eyes and their ears and their paws, because if I ever need, if we ever have to deal with them. Now this dog would be very, very hard to deal with if he didn't want to be dealt with. He loves pets, especially this big meaty part right here, right between his eyes and his ears. And now he does not want me to leave right now. The females aren't as, sometimes they'll come up and they're super excited to see you and play with you. And if you pet them, some of them will let you pet them, but they're never like looking for attention from you. Now he's out here, he doesn't have a lot of stuff to do. He doesn't have a lot of animals right now back here. And that's my laziness, right? I've got 10 acres of property, of which we have animals on maybe 2.5, 3 acres. And then the biggest portion is asphalt and building, but in the back it's big. It's just setting up another enclosures and sets of places, and right now it's about 30 minutes to care for these animals. If we put them in the back also, that's another 30 mandatory minutes, right? That's, I think that should be a difference too. Minutes spent versus mandatory. What does it really take you to do versus what you spend time versus how long you spent doing it. Here I am talking to the camera. I'm 15 minutes in. Guys, I'm going to turn this off. I'm driving out of here and already forgot the feed bin and half the other stuff I got to do. You guys have a great morning. I hope that it is exactly how you want it to be. And if it's not how you want it to be, several times a year we are open and you can come see how we do it, exactly what things look like here, right? It's always different through the camera. I always wonder myself if that's like a set that they're showing you or if that's really how it is. And a lot of times you go and it's not what they led you to believe it is. Now some of it's just the story you weave will be better than the lie they tell, but some of it is a lie, right? Some of them are just straight lying to you. But you can come here like Monday through Friday 9 to 5. You can come here. Now whether you'll catch me, I'm always here, but whether I'm locked up in a building someplace doing videos or someplace in the back on another sewing machine or something, that remains to be seen. But you can come here 9 to 5 and look and see and come into the store and everything. But several times a year you can come here where we have opened everything up for a weekend, and it's all access. All the gates are open. All the dogs that will bite you are put away, and you can come here and there's like-minded people. You can come here and see what other people are doing and see what is capable and possible. You should come out. Self-Reliance Festival, I think this is our 5th one that we're doing. We did 4 within a year, and now we're doing them twice a year, I think, with some other specialized little events in between. But it's going to be March 24th and 25th. I think it's right. It's that weekend right there. And you can come out here and see. Also, you can, well, the other thing you can see is you can see 4 seasons. You can come here and see what it looks like middle of winter. You can come here and see what it looks like in the spring and the summer. And you never know. Like, you might come out here and be like, yeah, Tennessee's a place for me. And that's what we did. And you don't know how good it is other places until you leave someplace where it's bad. Try not to